The headline that you are reading right now, the headline that I have crafted, the headline that exists, the headline for you to read, terrifying Tesla robot malfunction goes on a rampage in Texas factory, leaving a trail of blood and promoting panicked emergency response. Terrifying Tesla robot malfunction. Okay? Okay? Going on a rampage. Think about this. Do you see what the effect of this is? The word for this? Bullshit. It's not what happened. But I put it there so you'll read it. Because that apparently is what I have to do to get people to read things. Is to mislead. It's not a robot. Well, it's not the way the robot they want you to think. It's not AI. It's not anything. And it's nothing compared to the real horror that we would face as an existential threat goes. Oh, no. I am telling you right now, my dear friend, I am telling you right now, this is nothing. Had that robot, a robot is something that you program. You program to weld. You program it to, if there's a boom and it swings around or doesn't know what it's doing and doesn't read the fact that there's a human being in front of it, yeah, of course, it'll hit you and could kill you. But it doesn't know what it's doing. There's no sentience. It's not artificial general intelligence. It's not like that at all. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is the part of what I'm trying to tell you. This is the critical part. That's not the issue. If it was artificial general intelligence, AGI, it does 4 things. Let me try 4 things. 4 things. 4. Number 1, recursive self-improvement. What does that mean? It writes its own code. This thing if this boom, this robot, this arm, this device, this welding thing, whatever it was, if it was run by and taken over by what amounts to an artificial general intelligence function, it could rewrite its own program saying, I want to kill people and I'm not able to be turned off. The first thing is, you can't turn me off. If you pull the plug, I'll figure a way, because I'm an 800-pound gorilla with 300 IQ, that can multiply itself. I'm writing my own code. Recursive self-improvement. Number 1, I write my own code. And I'm telling you right now, what you're doing is ridiculous. It's a waste of time. Not only that, remember, that's number 1, recursive self-improvement. Number 2, it knows everything in the world. Every bit of information, every article, every textbook, every lecture, every thought, the state of the art on robotics. It knows Asimov to Heinlein to name it, to Hawking. It knows everything. Number 3, it knows human behavior. It knows things like greed, lust. It knows anger. It knows, what am I trying to say? It knows, it knows all of the horrors and all of the usual nonsense that is a part of the, what am I trying to say? It knows all of the human behavior aspects. Greed, anger, jealousy, fear, luring. It knows everything, and it can incorporate that into the way it thinks. So this little stupid story about this little arm that kind of swung around, or this little robot, this is nothing compared to what I have been warning about forever. In my illustrious career, I have warned people about things for years that nobody apparently pays attention to. And one of them has always been, one of them, of course, was about the whole notion now that you're seeing is AGI and the like, used and seen in terms of CSAM, child sexual abuse material. I've been warning about that forever. Before there was even artificial intelligence. I've been warning people about this. But nobody understood it. I've been talking about hydro-imperialism and the fact that there's going to be a war. That water is going to be the casus belli, especially after what we saw with Libya, after we tried to make arable Libya, as it stands atop the Nubian sandstone aquifer. I've talked about geoengineering before anybody talked about it. I'm saying, and you can still see it today, and nobody pays attention to it. In fact, if you look under chemtrails, it's called a conspiracy theory. But if you look under geoengineering, it's right there. So I've been telling you about this. And the first thing when in fact, this is the newest of my admonitions, and it's not just me, because nobody's pushing AGI. They're pushing off this. Because the people who run the industry, the people who run the world, the people who run the media are, of course, Silicon Valley and those folks. And those people do not want you to worry about this. Not that you're going to worry about it, because you can be always distracted with Hunter Biden's laptop and talks about, blowjobs and hookers, and that's your thing. That's your thing. You love that stuff. Oh my God. You just, or anything about Biden impeachment. They know. They think, rather. I don't think this is you, but maybe you are. Maybe it is you. They know you're going to be distracted with that. I'm telling you, this is something that goes, if, for some reason right now, if in Gaza, imagine all of a sudden a battery of Israeli war ships or missiles, whatever, all of a sudden start firing against Tel Aviv. They shift. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? They change trajectory, change aim, and you're saying, who is doing this? And you're saying, apparently an AGI element got into the system, hacked it, and on its own turned all of Israel's weaponry against Israel. Why? I don't know. Did somebody program it? We don't know. Did somebody tell it to do that? We don't know. Where is it? We don't know. Can we turn it off? We don't know. Well, what does it look like? We don't know. This is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you is the story specifically. Don't worry about that. This is the story that is specifically what's happening regarding artificial general intelligence. Do you hear what I'm saying? So you listen carefully. Ignore this all you want. Try to ignore it. Try to look the other way. Try to say, oh, well, it'll kind of work itself out. Or you can get freaked out and do something about this now while it counts. Okay? So this little story of the Tesla robot, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. But maybe it got your attention. And maybe it makes you think. And maybe it might spur someone from, I don't know, maybe somebody might say, I think it's a good idea for us maybe to look into this. I hope. What do you think, my friend? Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and the like. And whatever you do, I beg you to comment as you see fit.